Don't say, oh, Blaatina told me to go get a gun because they crazy. No, don't do that. Go to a class, learn how to shoot, learn how to, load it, unload it. Glocks don't have safety though, so maybe that wouldn't be a good gun to get.
All right, we can come back to that. Hi, Blaatina. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
You just performed at Rolling Loud on Saturday.
Yes.
And that's huge. Congratulations. Big deal.
Thank you so much.
What it was like. What's it like compared to other live events?
Well, Rolling Loud was definitely an experience for me. I'm definitely grateful for it. And compared to other events, Rolling Loud actually was like my first show. Rolling Loud Miami. It was like my first time performing on a big stage. Before that, I think I did one show, in the beginning of my career when I didn't have management at like a little strip club showcase. So to be honest, that was like my first big show ever since I dropped more songs.
So with something like that, were you nervous before you went on stage or the day?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The first Rolling Loud I did, I was very nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't dropped Talk Your Shit or Watch Out. It was kind of just just had to go in and do it.
So what songs did you perform in New York?
I did Run Up, Talk Your Shit, Ooh Wee, and then Watch Out.
So that's pretty good, 4 songs.
Yeah.
And what was the experience like? I mean, who do you go, is there somebody you get advice from on how to sort of translate yourself to such a big audience?
Well, my managers, they get me a rehearsals performance coach. And it's really that's how I practice and get prepared for Rolling Loud on such a big stage. Like how to control the audience, how to make them believe what you're saying. But also because I'm just I'm so small and I rap about such the stuff I rap about, gangster shit, yeah. I really have to be in tune with the audience because it's just me out there, compared to other rappers who have the whole gang on stage and turn up, get lit. It's just me, so I have to be interactive.
And are you happy with how it went? Do you feel like it was
Yeah, definitely. One of my homeboys was he's from New York, and I'm from Atlanta, so he seen me perform before at the other Rolling Louds, and he was just yo, to have caught their attention in a New York crowd and you being from Atlanta, you did really good, All my people were so proud of me.
The show is very dominated by male talents, which hip-hop is. What's the backstage experience like? Do you feel like they're prepared to, do you feel like you're just sort of lost in the crowd back there? What is that whole scene like?
The backstage scene is I'm a very introvert person. I bring my friends with me to events so that I can enjoy myself. Because it's never for sure if you know somebody, if somebody you are so cool with is gonna be there. In order for me to enjoy myself, I need to have my friends and my team, and then everything else is just kind of the scene. There's artists back there, they talk to each other. It's free to pretty much walk up to anybody and be like, "What's up?" Congratulations, anything.
Was there anybody you felt like you connected with, who you just had an organic connection with while you were in New York? Any rapper that you were here that you're like, oh, we got along or something, or had a good conversation?
I definitely talked to one of Malibu Mitch's people. They're Blaatina, what's good,
The nicest.
Yeah, they're such a good, that's a good team,
Yes.
Genuine. And it just all depends on the other person's energy as well, some people don't like to be walked up on or approached, it's not even about people being cocky or anything, just sometimes that's all. I appreciate when people talk to me and acknowledge me, but I'm not mad if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I mean, people are still people and they have their own little personality traits. During the event, it was a big news story on the music sites that Casanova, Pop Smoke, and a bunch of others were removed because of NYPD. What are your thoughts on that? What were people saying about that?
It was definitely a topic and a conversation, a big one. And I just feel like it was very unfair. I just feel like it was super lame. Like I didn't like it at all. And I'm not even from here, you know? But it's not for me to be like, oh, well, I'm not from here, so it doesn't matter. It does matter because, like, this is New York. Like, these people are big in New York, you know, like, people look up to them. Just like in every state or city, country, those people who are big, who are, like, made a statement or made an impact in the industry, you know, like Casanova, all of them, you know, like it was just unfair. Like they should have been able to perform.
I feel like NYPD is pretty extra when it comes to hip hop. They have a history of that.
Yeah, being bullies, you know. I was told a long time ago that the NYPD is like the biggest gang in New York.
Well, nationally, I would think in general the police are a big gang, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Not even just here, but like New York, how they are.
Specifically.
Yeah, how they're so like in, you know, as one. It's just crazy to me.
What you're working on right now, and what's coming up?
More music. I'm definitely gonna drop a single soon. More lit features. I'm trying to perfect my tape right now. And you know,
You're working on a mixtape?
Yeah.
Are you doing some work while you're here in the city?
I'm just going to the studio and lock in, you know, and just write, record, get high.
Just to pivot real quick to Tekashi, you know, obviously everyone's been paying attention to his trial. He says allegedly that he's not going to go into witness protection if he gets out, when they say that he gets out. Do you think he can manage that? What do you think of that plan?
I feel like with this whole situation, it's just like, it's everywhere. You know, like, you don't know what's gonna happen next. It's just such an unpredictable situation with him, you know? And honestly, he just needs to do what's best for him at this point, because he done already told, he done already, you know, like, been on the stand. So he just need to do what's best for him and his family, because, you know, he did what he did and he said what he said to get out. And so he just has to be prepared for the consequences. And it seems like to me he's not a man to be prepared for consequences.
He's not prepared.
Because when you sign up for this, it's not even about signing up. When you grow up in this lifestyle of gang affiliations and being in the streets, you already know what's to come. So when something like that happens and you fold easily, it's like, you know, we know you wasn't built like that. You wasn't cut like that. So it's just, it was easy to see through him since day one. I don't know why everybody's so surprised.
Interesting. Well, for somebody like me, I grew up in the suburbs, so I did not recognize it. But I've heard many people saying what you're saying right now, that it was obvious.
Yeah, people definitely, you should have been able to see through it if that's the lifestyle you can relate to, as far as that.
So, in other words, he's not being realistic about no witness protection then.
No, there's probably a good chance that he will get it. But I mean, at this point, do it for your daughter and for your family, not even for you, because prepare for the consequences, you know?
I just, pivoting back to Rolling Loud and all the male performers, I kind of want to ask you a question that women are asked, but kind of flip it on its head. Do you think male rappers need to be attractive to succeed in this business?
No.
Not at all?
No, not at all. Like, just to give like an understatement, your music can be lit and you can get an audience in the crowd, and as soon as you touch that money, you have them chains on your neck, that designer on your body, that's all you need. You have the look, you know?
Okay. So you think as long as you have the trappings as a male, it doesn't matter what you look like?
Yes, like I'm not gonna name drop, but there's some big artists, male artists who are big right now who are not attractive to me. But they have the big shiny chains and Balenciaga from head to toe and a pocket with $30,000 in it. You know, it's gonna get attention, just the look. People are gonna look up to that, like, I want that.
Okay, all right. All right, so now let's go into your sort of bio a little bit, Blaatina, because there's not tons and tons of information. I wanted to start with I Can, your first big video, and it's now at 5 million views, which is 4.9 million, almost 5 million, which is amazing.
5. It'll be at 5.
Yeah, no, it'll be 5 soon, for sure. I love the line in there, I do what I want, you do what you can. Like, where did that line come? Like, do you remember the moment of writing that line?
Yes, I do actually. I was in the studio with one of my homeboys, Nico, and he plays a big role in, like, he encouraged me to, like, you know, like, do what you want, be a rapper. He had a studio in the back of his house.
In Atlanta?
He would let me come record for free. And I remember I was in the studio one day and, like, I had been in the studio prior to that and, like, just kind of, like, bullshitting around in the studio. Like, I didn't really have nothing to record. I was still very timid. I was the type of person to freestyle and write all my songs in my room and then go to the studio and kind of, like, choke up. And I remember I was like, you know what, man, fuck this. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I know I have it in me. And I was on a spinny chair, like one of those computer chairs. And I was like spinning around and I was like, play a beat. And then I was just kind of like, I do what I want, you do what you can. And then
so it was kind of off the cuff?
Yeah, it was just off the top, like, and he was like, yo, write that down, like, keep going. And I just got into it. We rolled up a blunt, got high, and
kept going.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And I love that he saw that in you.
Yes, he definitely did.
So the video was published, went live on YouTube February 26, 2018. It's not that long ago. When you look back, do you feel like you know that girl? Like, or does that seem like a long time ago?
You know what's crazy is, like, time flies so fast. I still forget that it's barely even been a year, you know? Like, it's been I don't know, people have been asking me, oh, how long you been rapping for? Like, and I count from when I dropped my first video. And, like, for a good minute, I've been like, oh, like 2 years. And you just told me right now when I dropped this, and I'm like, wait, this was, like, not that long ago. And that girl in the video was someone who was very, like, had the potential and seen it in herself, but just needed that push, you know?
What would you tell her business-wise? What would be the advice, music business-wise, you would give her?
Don't sign.
Okay.
Save your money and just stay you, never change.
Okay. Are you still independent?
Yes.
Okay. So were there times in the past year and a half where you were tempted to sign, where you almost did sign?
I went to all the label meetings and I did the whole, like, run through in New York and LA and meeting with everybody. And coming from somebody who came from nothing, like the bare minimum, it's very tempting and easy to be like, oh my God, like, this is how much money you want to put in my hands. But then it's like they forget to tell you, you got to pay that back, you know? You have to reach certain points. You have to do this, you got to do that. You don't own this, it's not yours. But in the meetings, it's just like they make it seem so like
tempting,
like a dream. And then they forget to tell you what it comes with.
Right. I've noticed you've done a couple of very big platform interviews, and the guys interviewing you are bothered by the guns in that video. Why do you think guys seeing women with guns, like, kind of bugs them? Doesn't seem like that big a deal to me.
Yeah, it's just very true, because I do have interviews where I'm always getting asked about guns. and it never fails. But I feel like it doesn't matter what I do. If I do something just as good as a man, they're intimidated, they're upset, they're mad because I supposedly shouldn't be doing it, you know? Which is stupid. Like, so you're gonna tell me that I'm in a gang, I live in this neighborhood, and I can be put in the same predicaments as you, and I'm not allowed to have a gun?
Or I'm not allowed, yeah.
Like
So I'm not allowed to react to my environment, basically.
You know, yeah, pretty much what they're telling me because I'm a girl.
Right.
And it's just like, why? Like, that's not...
I guess they feel like the male should act as your protector, and you should, you know, you're defying sort of stereotypes and whatnot.
I believe how we're living right now in this like era, I feel like even if you're not from the streets or if you don't gangbang or you're a woman who lives in the suburbs, get a gun. It's so many crazy men out here. Like, not even get a gun, go buy it from your homeboy. I'm talking about, like, you know, go to a class, learn how to use it, because...
Is there a starter gun you would recommend that women get as...
A Glock.
Okay.
They're
Go
compatible.
Right to the Glock.
Like maybe like what's a good Glock? It's a lot. Maybe like a 19 would be good. It's a nice size. You know,
Like a
it's
Glock
compact.
19.
Yeah, it's compact.
And take some classes.
Take some class. Don't say, oh, Blaatina told me to go get a gun because they crazy. No, don't do that. Go to a class. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to, you know, load it, unload it.
And operate it.
Yeah, Glocks don't have safety though, so maybe that wouldn't be a good gun to get.
You just need to watch out, because your gang ain't gon' save you with all these Glocks out. I put your shooters on the payroll, make them clock out.